Hi everyone, so as you can see, my hair is extremely frizzy. I was just about to go for a bath and then I was getting inspired to come and film a wee quick one of these. So seeing as I freshly painted my nails green, pale green with green glitter, and then I wore this very green top, which I've never worn before. I feel it's all about healing the heart. So, of course, the heart chakra can be any colour to you, but I've got my Aries sun in the house of Virgo, so to me it's green. Heart chakra flag. But again, if you see the heart chakra as any other colour, go with your colour. So we're going to go on a very quick shamanic journey. And like I've said before, it doesn't need to be long. So I want you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, telling yourself to relax. And take a deep breath out, telling yourself to release. Then just do the same again. Take a deep breath in, telling yourself to relax. Take a deep breath out, telling yourself to release. I can already feel them putting the fiery heat to the back of the heart there. And I feel that this is going to be about healing the heart chakra, but I really do feel there's going to be an emphasis on healing grief of any kind, whether it's grieving the loss of a loved one in spirit, whether it's been a recent passing or years, decades ago. Or it can be grieving the loss of absolutely anything. And it can also be a person that's still alive. Grief, we can carry grief from missing people that are still alive, but they're not in your life for whatever reason. And you can have grief over changes, and there's lots of changes going on in the world right now. And I'm sure there is whenever you watch this in the future. There's always change going on in life. Change is part of life, and it's about how we deal with it and how we look after ourselves. So as I'm filming this, it's a Pisces moon. So Pisces is all about endings and releasing. It's hashtag all the feels, and it's related to the 12th house, our deepest fears. But it's our deepest fears and our deepest desires. So it's a magical time of making a wish as well. So remember, as I'm talking, the healing is always being emitted from my hands and my voice and my eyes, but you should have your eyes closed to get the most out of this. And so I want you to begin to imagine the door to the spirit world, however it appears to you. My door has always appeared as a big heavy door. And I had a woman in my membership last night, when I drew her a fairy card, she was like, oh my god, that's the door that I was imagining. And it was actually very similar to my shamanic door, so that's quite funny. And so I want you to call on your power animal, if you've ever met your power animal in any other shamanic journey that you've done of your own, anyone else's, or perhaps if you're new to shamanic journeying with me, perhaps you've met your power animal on the previous ones. And if you haven't, you might want to go and watch, well, any of them. I'd ask you to call on your power animal, but I think it seems to be the karma releasing one and the path to unconditional love that people have enjoyed meeting their power animal. And we got to 444 on the timer, so hurry up here. So your power animal's there, whether they came to join you or not. Just pay attention to any clairvoyant images you got of an animal, or a sense of an animal, or any animal noises that you may have heard. Just through your clairs, just pay attention. And whether or not you've felt them or sensed them there, they are there. And as always, my power animal, my wolf, and all of the many animals that help me do this work, and my guides, angels, ancestors, loved ones in spirit, are all here to guide us on this shamanic journey. And so we walk through the door, closing the door behind us, knowing that we will return shortly after we heal what we've came in to heal. And because time doesn't exist, time is an illusion everywhere, but definitely in the spirit world, it doesn't matter that this is going to be quick. Time got to 555 there, big changes. So we walk along the path of unconditional love, taking up unconditional love and self-love, self-care, whatever you need with every step that you take on the rose quartz path. Remembering that unconditional love has the power to move mountains and heal wounds that you never thought you'd be able to heal. Forgiveness sets you free. So obviously somebody needed to hear that tonight. And it's not always about forgiving a person, it can often be about forgiving ourselves. If you're not familiar with oponopono, just put that into YouTube or to Google, but YouTube, and you'll find lots of them. Maybe I need to do you one of them. Maybe I'm going to do it tonight. I think we are, now that I've said that. That's helped me out many a time over the years during my dark night of the soul, particularly 2015, 2016. And I still like to listen to the Ho'oponopono and also the heart chakra binaural beats. So all heart chakra stuff tonight. Pisces moon is, Pisces energy is soulmates too, so it can be a very romantic energy coming in. So we reached my little rainbow bridge, and you walk over the bridge, taking up the colours of the chakras, not being too concerned with whatever they are, just knowing that that's cleansing your chakras as you walk over the bridge. And in the distance you see that familiar old oak tree with all that wisdom. You must always respect the trees and nature. That's what shamanic healing is all about. Nature's one of the best healers there is, and sleep. And hopefully this is helping you go to sleep or have a wee nap or a chill out, whatever you're using it for. Some people use it to help their kids go to sleep. So, I want you to take a seat, and there's just tree stumps this time around the old tree. I want you to take a seat, and there's tree stump beside you, and I want you to call on a loving being, perhaps a loved one in spirit that you're grieving for. Perhaps you're just open to who wants to come and sit beside you, a guide, angel. Just be open, and in a moment I'm going to go quiet and let you enjoy that time and that healing. And whether or not you experience anything through your senses or your clairs, just know that the whole time you're getting that healing, channeled through me and through sitting there receiving it from your guides. Some of you will feel it stronger than others, and the more you do things like this, you'll find you'll pick it up in your own way. And so you may have found that whoever was coming to join you has come to sit beside you on the bench. But before I give you that quiet time with them, because I've mentioned the Ho'oponopono, I just want to repeat it for a couple of minutes, or maybe even just a minute. So just see if you can sense the healing going to your heart as you listen to these words. And as you hear me say these words, you can think about or feel in or tune in or send love to someone that you're having difficulty with, either communication-wise, or perhaps they're annoying you because we're all only human, or perhaps there's difficulty in communication, you'd really like to work it out. Perhaps you've never had closure with someone, or perhaps you just feel like somebody needs a bit of extra love. But I'd suggest that that person that needs a bit of extra love the first time you do this, if you choose to do it again, is you. Because really the idea behind oponopono is that you're talking to yourself. So you'll see what I mean when I say it if you're new to it. And if you're not new to it, you'll know what I mean. So I'm going to repeat 4 phrases a couple of times and just tune into the energy of your heart. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And as I've been saying that, I've felt a pain arise in my throat chakra. So I really do feel this is really, really difficult for quite a lot of people watching this. Because that you're saying that to yourself. You're saying all those things to yourself. Or you may have chose to say it to someone else if you're listening to this the second time, if you'd listened to what Spirit had guided you to do. But whatever it is, it can be quite emotional. And yep, I'm feeling it's like a lot, it's like a, good Lord, feels like I've got tonsillitis or laryngitis or something. It's like I can really feel it in my throat. So I'm actually just going to keep saying that a little bit longer just to get rid of that, because I'm definitely picking up on somebody's inability to say that to themselves, to forgive themselves, to thank themselves, to love themselves. Or perhaps to be able to give that to somebody else. But as I've started saying that, that feeling has started to shift to the top of my mouth. So actually it's just, my God, it's just released for someone. God, this work can get weird. Anyway, so if that was you, if you please let me know in the comments, that would be very interesting to know. Yep, and I can feel a pain at my back here, so that's just my sign for something being released at the heart. Grief. And I had felt this video was going to be about grief, so. And if you ever hear me burping, which I would try not to do on the video, but that you could hear it, it's just that's how I shift. That's how I shift the energy. Or the hiccups, which I've now got. Right, so we're gonna go again for a little bit. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. But this time I do want you to send that love out to somebody that you're having difficulty with, or somebody that you know really needs that love. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I called on Archangel Michael in particular and Archangel Shamanic to help us with the heart healing. And now I just want to call on Archangel Michael to cut any cords of fear that are still linking us to the past, stopping us from moving forward, or we're repeating patterns that are no longer helpful, or lessons that we've already learned. And we ask that he helps them release. He helps us release them, rather. And again, with me stumbling on my words, it's just that reluctance to let go of that familiar pattern that you're stuck in, that safety. And it's no coincidence that the time is approaching 15 minutes, 55 seconds as I'm talking here. It's time for change. 15:55 now. And I've felt that energy at my throat start to lift now. So now I'm just going to be quiet for a further few minutes. Just enjoy a message from whoever's come to sit beside you, or the healing that I'm channeling to you from Spirit and the loving beings and your loved ones. You can take a moment to set your own intention, as well as the intention that I set for us all, to give some heart healing and to heal some grief. now I'd just like you to, oh God, maybe we need to stay a little bit longer to help somebody with their throat. Good Lord. I'll not say what I was thinking there. Somebody's got major throat chakra issues. Haven't we all in some area? So I'm just going to send a few moments. I was just doing, if you keep your eyes shut, if you're still awake, if you've fallen asleep, it'll still guide us back from the journey. But they just guided me to transmute and transform a little bit, a little bit of, well, a big bit of grief. And then I was putting in the uplifting energy at the heart. So hopefully you feel a lightness in the heart where you felt a heaviness prior. And then I was actually guided to bring the masculine and feminine energies into balance. And I visualised it as like the inner child, the inner children. So the masculine, feminine energy within yourself, that can be, absolutely. But because we're in Pisces moon, and Pisces is about soulmates, twin flames, whatever you want to call sacred soulmates, love, true love. There was a union energy brought in there. But remember, these things only come about when you're ready for it, when you've truly opened your heart, because that kind of love is a gift. And like any gift, you've got to look after it, you've got to cherish it. But you should all have a bit of that energy. We should all have, or aim to have, that energy within us, to cherish that true love and inner union within us. But if you're lucky enough to experience that kind of love in this lifetime, or any lifetime, then it's important you really hold that fragility in both you and your partner with the highest kind of love there is, unconditional love. That doesn't mean you're both perfect people, but it means you accept all parts of you, and you therefore accept all parts of them. And like I said at the start, that love has the power to move mountains. And this has went on longer than intended, but that's fine. So now, whoever came to sit with you, we just ask them to step back, thanking them for their love and healing that they gave. There was a lot tonight. Oh, I just felt a pain in my tooth there too. That'll mean something. In case it's anybody specifically, it's my, I'm not even going to bother counting, but it's like a tooth kind of in the middle-ish. Could be my own, of course, but I feel it's somebody's tooth, yeah, or it'll be linked to an emotion, it'll be something. Anyway, let's come back from this. So there's still a bit of energy at the throat there, so if you found this healing, you might want to watch it again so that you can continue to get that, because I really do feel this is, I actually feel this is a, you know, this has something to do with love, and it's the divine masculine energy, which doesn't necessarily need to be a man. I've, you know, worked with people in this dynamic where it's actually the women, quite a lot of women actually. So again, the divine feminine, divine masculine labels don't always work for people. I just call it whatever, the other energy. But there's an energy in this, and I do feel it's I'm tapping into a divine masculine, and it's that difficulty speaking up. So it's either, if you're with this person, regardless of what gender you are, you'll be aware of a male that finds it hard to voice his deeper feelings. If you're not with this person, it's just there's possibly not been any communication there for a long time. And like I say, that can go for people that are actually in contact with one another, and it's just been surface level, but it's different things going on for different people there. But it's, yeah, like I say, I'd be sitting here all night trying to heal this. So my black tourmaline's on my neck there as I'm talking this, so that'll be soaking up some negativity too. But I think that person might need to book a personal session, to be honest. Right, so let's come back from this. So then it won't just be one person, it'll be, and I feel it's actually the person watching this person that they're connected to be honest. And it will be quite a few dynamics going on there that I'm picking up on. It'll be as the collective, but we're coming back. So thank you to whoever came to sit and send the healing. We send you away with love. We walk up from the tree stump, walking away from the tree, over the bridge, taking up the chakra energy, because it's always nice to do that, to give you a wee sparkle. And then you walk along the unconditional rose quartz path, taking up more of that love and acceptance for yourself. And for those of you that it resonates with, your partner, because they really need it right now. We can all do a little bit of love and understanding and acceptance. And actually, for those of you that are in the twin flame dynamic, or whatever you want to call it, you absolutely must love and accept one another with unconditional love. And if you're finding yourself apart from them, you have to love and accept yourself unconditionally before that can come about. There's a wee tip for you. It's all about self-love. Again, that's something that I can help people with in a personal session if you're drawn to me. Or like I say, watch this again and it'll help you in some sort of way. But it depends on what your situ is. Right, so now we've got to the door. We're going to leave our guides in the spirit world that stay there. We're going to bring any guides forward with us that want to follow us into the physical. This is at this point, anyone that's fallen asleep, we wish you a deep and peaceful sleep where you continue to get the heart healing that you need and any activations that you're ready for. Any dreams where anyone wants to come and visit you and give you any guidance that you need, you can do that as long as they walk in unconditional love. And again, looking any beings that come into you in any dreams or shamanic journeys, meditations, look into their eyes. And if you feel that unconditional love, you're good. If you don't, send them packing. Just tell them to do one. Or whatever way you would tell them to leave, tell them to leave. And they will. Only unconditional love can be here though. So hopefully you do not experience any of that. But again, you know, we can all have nightmares and stuff and waking life and in our dreams. So it's just a wee tip if you experience that elsewhere. So my animal guides are like bouncers, so I doubt they're going to let anybody in, but you never know. Right, anybody in that shouldn't be here, I mean. Right, so we walk through the door, and again, like I said, if you've fallen asleep, you're going to have a lovely, peaceful, healing sleep, and you're going to wake up at whatever time you want to wake up, or when you would usually wake up, feeling refreshed, more clarity than ever, and you're able to go about the day with the energy that you'd like to have in an ideal world. And so those of you that are wanting to get on with whatever after this, I want you to slowly bring your awareness back to my voice, the ticking clock. And we close that door behind us and start to begin to open your eyes. And this is where I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, and I'll try and keep these coming. And yeah, just thanks for your support, and I hope that you have a lovely peaceful sleep or a lovely day, whatever the gem is. See you later.